Guys, we're here. We're gonna go for a ride. Picked up a couple more riders, and as you can see, I don't have the GS. I have the FZ because it's new to me, and I just want to ride it. It's about 60-ish degrees, probably going up to 65. But so then we got James with his Kawasaki. You guys seen that before? Very cool. And Alan's got his Honda. This thing is as cool as can be. I love this bike. I want to trade him. I want to trade you, Alan. This thing is so cool. 2008, right? This 2007 Hornet, and it's a what CC? Nice. It's cool. And the new Hornet, the new Hornet's not even. I don't even know why they made the new Hornet a 2-cylinder. This thing is cool. I love the exhaust. How much heat do you get off the back? Do you get a lot? It doesn't bother you? Because I've heard horror stories like some of the Ducatis have that.
No, but that's obviously aftermarket exhaust, but I get no heat whatsoever.
That's cool. And then we got Dane. He's got his Scout. I was looking at this before I got my Speedmaster because it's got more power than the Speedmaster does, and it's cool. But you guys seen it from the last video. And then we got Keith here. He's got the XR, which I was looking at the XR when I was in the dealer, but the GS just won my heart. But this thing is also a monster. And then we got Jerry. I just met him. He's from off of YouTube. And he's got the FJR, and Andy from Australia. You got to chime in on this one because I really like this bike, and I know you have one, and you love it. And so here we go. We got them all. So we're gonna go for a ride. I'll throw the camera on, see how it goes. It's not gonna be like anything crazy. We're not hooligans, but we're gonna have some fun. And the weather, it's gonna be like 65 today. All right, guys. All right, guys, we're out here. We're gonna go. Where are we going? I don't know, but we do have a lot of bikes here. It's so cool. I don't get to ride with a lot of people, and a lot of times, I'm always bitching about that. And so we got Jerry and Keith. They're going to show us the way. I've never been this far west on 42. We're going to hit this road 42, so it's got little curves and everything, but we're not going to do anything stupid. Especially me. I'm kind of a rookie on this bike. I really got to learn this bike before I act like a hooligan. On my GS, I'm always a hooligan, but it's cool. It's just cool to be out. We're going to go find some place to eat. It's about 60 degrees, it's warming up nice. And so we got James, Alan, Dane, Keith, and Marcia and Jerry. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. So. Yeah, it's nice. And so they're just talking about different bikes. I'm kind of glad. I'm really glad I have this bike because I don't think I fit in with the GS. You guys have to get an adventure bike, and then we got to switch to adventure bikes and then to nostalgia bikes. It's only money. So I was just joking with them and stuff like that. But yeah. And I was really close to getting the Kawasaki. It's just a sweet looking bike. It's probably something I should have maybe leaned towards getting because this bike has got lots of power, and I think I'm going to get used to it though. XR, boy, those things are just monsters. I just love this quick shifter. And Alan has got the Hornet. Just close this a little bit. And yeah, so he had the 2010 Harley, and yeah, it was a total different bike, but now he's on the Hornet. I like that Hornet, man. It's a 2010, but it's very, except for the round headlight, which I'm okay with it, it's very contemporary looking. It's modern looking to me. It's got a cool looking gas tank. The exhaust coming underneath the seat. He says it doesn't, give off any heat that he feels. Maybe the passenger would get some, but he never carries anybody on the bike. So, yeah, it's a cool bike, definitely a cool bike, Cool bike, cool crowd. James is hanging way back there. Oh, I should have talked to him about doing a roll race. I don't know if I'm ready to roll race him yet. I think I am. So, and then Dane's getting used to it. He's done a bunch of changes on the Scout. I really like those bikes. I'd like to have, another cruiser like that. It's a cool bike, no doubt about it, and it sounds really good. So all these guys feel, they look like they know. They, from what I can tell, they're riding. Everything looks good. I guess I would say me and Dane are the rookies here, because I just feel like a rookie on this bike. But I mean, he's got motorcycle experience. He just hasn't got a lot, I think, street experience. If he's watching Dane, I apologize if I got that wrong, but I think that's what he said. He rode dirt bikes and stuff. Yeah, this is a very, very cool bike. Very cool, very, very cool. I like the way that radiator hose is too, because it's all, whatchamacallit, yeah. I don't know if it's got aftermarket headers or a cat, but I'll talk to him more about it when we stop to eat. So I'm going to keep the camera on. You may not hear me, or I'll just turn it on, turn it off, and I'll try to pick out the least boring part of the ride. Trying to think where we're headed to. A town called Fuquay-Varney, be west of there. So we're south of Raleigh, southwest of Raleigh. We're headed maybe about 100 miles southwest of Raleigh, I think will be the total trip. That's how you have to, if you guys can picture where Raleigh is in North Carolina. So, yeah. And the more I ride the bike, the more I'm fond of it. My problem with the bike is that, when I'm going for a ride and everything, I'm always looking to see what the bike can do as far as performance, and it's usually the handling, yes, but it's usually the top speed or how it accelerates. And I'm always pushing it, and I'm not really enjoying the bike for what it is. Like right now, I'm enjoying the bike because I'm just kind of riding with a bunch of friends, which is really cool, So I just need to kind of calm down and but I just love this quick shifter. They call the GS an old man's bike, and I know a lot of people with if you got the resources, you can buy a bike like that, and younger people buy them, but mostly it's the older people anyway. I guess from 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s buy that bike, in their age. And I'm always saying, it may be to some, and it's very refined and everything, and you can be a hooligan on it, no doubt. But when you get on a bike like this, it makes you want to do stupid shit. And even at my age, I want to do stupid shit. And yeah, I just think it's kind of funny. I'm probably not explaining it the right way, but it does. It makes me feel like a little bit of a hooligan. Now I know why these kids, and I'm not condoning what they do is right, but they're having fun. I know it's dangerous. Some of the stuff they do is stupid, but I'm not going to judge them because they're on their sport bikes or they're hyper nakeds and they're doing this crazy shit in the street. Because when I was their age, I did the same thing with cars. I was a freaking nutcase. I street raced all the time. And it wasn't the smartest thing to do, but I was young. I'm 20 years old. Almost into my 30s I was doing it. I started racing early on too, and I started really enjoying that, at the track. But I was a hooligan too. I was but doing it on but just doing it in the in a hot rod, And these kids are doing it on bikes, and like I said, I'm not saying right, but they're kids, and they got to get it out of the system. And like I said, I'm not gonna make a judgment on what they do. They know what they're doing. They know their risk. and that's just the way it is when you're young. So, you know, so just get back to that. It makes me feel like a young man on this bike. So, I just like it. It's comfortable. I set up the suspension a little bit different. I made I took the preload out of it because, you know, I don't really weigh much, and I don't need a lot of preload in the back, and I softened it up just a hair in the back. I know some guys like to stiffen it up, but I'm more into comfort. And I softened the compression in the front, left the rebound alone, and I left the preload alone in the front, and it just seems like I hit the sweet spot on this. I'm going to turn the camera back on a little bit later when we get to some really twisties, supposedly, and we'll be back. All right, guys, I didn't have the camera on, and we're screwing around. We did a nice roll race, and I got him, but not just barely. He's got more torque than me. But a nice windy roads, and I just turned the camera on now. I can't fucking believe it. Oh my God, it just came up on me, guys, and we just got into the spirit of riding, going through these nice turns, not super sharp, but nice. And then James finds a straightaway, and I don't put the damn camera on. Same thing I did last time, guys. Anyway, it was fun. Alright guys, I really screwed up because I didn't take the video of me roll racing James and going through all those twisties. So we just pulled over real quick. We're going to go get some coffee, and then we're probably going to head back, and maybe me and James are going to find a place to roll race again. So I'll have that on video. But yeah, the twisties were pretty nice. I just didn't do a good job of, I mean, it wasn't like, yep, you're good, yep. We're going to do a roll race. Oh well, I didn't know Dane was going to be in whatchamacallit. I didn't know Dane was going to come by us like that. And I'm not into freeway roll races, so I do hooligan stuff, but I'm not doing it there. Yes, we should be getting to some place to eat, and I'll sign back on, and hopefully me and James can get a place to do a roll race. This is it. You got me that time, just not in the right gear, and just didn't feel comfortable with those cars coming. I just like to have a little bit of leeway or a little bit of space in between. So, but I'll give it. James got me on that one. All right, guys, we're just leaving. We just picked up some coffee at Biscuitville. I never heard of the place, but. So we're just leaving that, and we're going to head home. Jerry, his wife, and Keith, they decided to go for a longer ride. I didn't know they were going to go for such a long ride. James, Allen, and Dane, we got to get back, so we're going to go for a short ride. And well, we're heading back, and I don't know if we get a chance to do another roll race or not, but I'll try to put this together where it's a little bit fun to listen to and watch. Nothing exciting happened except what I talked about, and getting used to the bike. You've seen the roll race with me and James. He destroyed me. I just wasn't comfortable on that run, so we're going to probably hit the highway a little bit for a little bit because these guys got to get home, and I don't mind being on the highway. I'm really liking the bike, guys. I'm just, you know, it's been a whatchamacallit, nice ride, and we're on the highway doing 70. It's comfortable. I feel wind with the windscreen I have on now. It's just a little tiny thing here. You feel right about here is when you start to feel the air hitting you. You're definitely on your shoulders, but because you're leaned forward a little bit, what am I doing? I'm doing 70. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not that windy out, so that helps a lot, I guess. As far as RPM is concerned, you know, because I haven't really, I made a review on this, but I don't. You guys never see me on the highway much, and so yeah, we're on the highway, and so we're at 70 miles an hour, 69, just cruising along. Dane doesn't do a lot of highway riding, so he's just trying to get used to things, and I guess he doesn't like riding next to cars and stuff like that, which is fine, but he just wants to get used to it. And so now he shows us up. I don't know what James is doing, but I don't know if he's going to come over, he wants to race or what. But yeah, so it's comfortable. Now you lean over a little bit, so you know, and your legs are tucked up a little bit, so you're like not fighting the wind, but you're forcing yourself to go forward. But it's not like it's uncomfortable at all, which I thought it would be. I thought it would be uncomfortable, and it's not. Like I said, I'm doing 77. Speedometer's off like 2 miles an hour, according to my GPS. So anything above 70 is fine. Like, it's not that windy. I guess I can see why guys tour with it. As far as the suspension's concerned, I think I mentioned that I changed it up a little bit, and I made it a little bit softer for my tastes. Nothing crazy soft. I left the rebound alone, but I changed the compression a little bit. This is a nice straightaway. Well, I would love to fucking go now, but no, control yourself. Dane doesn't want to go nuts, and that's why I wish we had a communication devices, because I could tell James, who's right in front of me right now, let's do it, bud. Let's see what kind of top speed we can do. Because I really haven't been on the highway with this thing, not for any long period of time. But it's comfortable, folks, now, and it's not like it's super warm out either. It's I would say it's in a chill. It's like 60, 62 degrees. The sun keeps going in and out. And yeah, so, but it's still comfortable, so. All right, guys, so we're back. Oh, there he goes, showing off. Yeah, the battery went dead on this thing as I was talking on the highway. So I don't know how much you guys got of this or not, but yeah. So we're just going to take the back roads the rest of the way. Which is fine with me. It's much more fun. It's boring on the highway. So I don't know where it left off, but I'll figure it out when I do the editing anyway. So just talking about how much fun the bike is and how it's not that bad on the highway. Yeah, after a while, you know, it's not like I said, it's not like the GS, but just got to get used to rolling on the throttle on this thing. $6 grand. $6 grand is nice. $7 grand is better. 8,000 is wicked. Whatever you gear you're in, and 8,000, and you crank that throttle, it's it's a hooligan. It's just there. Ooh. You never know what these guys making U-turns. Like, what the fuck? I don't know what that was at. I don't know what that was about. I guess he's going hunting. Who knows? The road is a little moist around here. Probably the sun not hitting it. But it's okay. And then it gets real dry when the sun is out. Oh, come on, sun, stay out. Alright guys, that's it for now. If something interesting comes up, I'll be back on, but I hope you kind of enjoyed the ride. It was fun. I know not a lot of exciting stuff, but it was fun being out riding with guys and stuff, and hopefully we'll do it again soon. And like I said, if something interesting comes back, I'll put the camera back on. But for now, later guys.